Garage fam? Welcome to the newest edition of Garage Talk. We got two truck gods here and garage guy. So two truck gods and Chase, but welcome the newest guest of Garage Talk, big friend of the show, Sheldon Creed. Sheldon, what you got going on today, brother?
Yeah, man, just a whole lot of not fun stuff. Getting ready to travel.
Heard that, dude. Guy. So first thing I want to talk about is the most agonizing race I've ever watched in my life, for betting purposes especially. We'll get into that later. But I want to talk about Knoxville. Your initial thoughts.
That's the one.
You've had your initial thoughts already, as have other drivers. But after you've had a few days to soak in how that race went, what do you think about the Truck Series race at Knoxville and what we can do better, where we should go instead? Just give us what you think.
Yeah, I mean, like I felt like I called it before we even went. It just being so flat and kind of knowing it was going to take rubber after watching modifieds, late models, sprint cars race there. It'll take rubber on the bottom. So I knew we were kind of in trouble if it did that. It was just going to be one lane around the bottom, not a whole lot of fun. And the heat races were really cool. We saw a lot of good racing there. The first 30 laps of the main, super fun, like blast. I think I went like 16th to 3rd in the first 20 laps or whatever it was. A lot of fun, move around. Didn't matter what row you started in, like you could make both work. And then, just dried out, went to the bottom, rubbered up. And not that that's a problem, really. It's the fact that when it rubbers up around the bottom, the second groove or second lane, whatever you want to call it, has like half the grip. So it's not even like you can hang there. It's not like if you just get bumped out there, like at a Martinsville or something that we run like that, you can just hold on, you can get back in line. Like you're losing 5-6 spots if you're lucky. That's what I didn't like about it. And then everyone obviously just losing their minds, driving into everyone. I don't know how many times I got hit, and then I would just start doing it back to people. Like I hate racing like that, but I just started getting pissed and I'm just started booting people back out of the way when I get back to them. So
I think Derek Kraus ran into about 100 different drivers on the track, and probably on the drive home, probably hit somebody too.
It makes me mad because like obviously, like if you look at my year last year, like we had really fast trucks everywhere we went. Like it didn't matter where we went. And if I didn't run top 3, I probably wrecked it, honestly. But like we ran top 3 so much last year, like even top 5, like especially at the end of the year. And this year we've like really struggled with fast trucks, where I feel like that kid has had fast trucks like a lot, especially lately. Like they've gotten their stuff together. And like he was 3/10 faster in the field the other night, and he's just driving into everyone. It's just like you threw away a really solid chance at a win, and probably caused a few cautions.
A few. There was like a million. We were on the road. Yeah. We were on the road like driving at the time, and Dale's in the car watching. We got our bets up or whatever, and we're sitting there. And literally, we were going to have to leave an hour. And we're like, oh, the race will be done by now. We literally took the whole drive, and the cautions just spread it out. You had Michael Waltrip and then just shitting on the whole race. So it was just like, it was one of those moments where I'm like, holy crap, this is really getting stretched out like this. And I can't remember the last time I've seen one that had been like that strenuous on me. But obviously, it goes without saying that Eldora was better. I mean, do you feel that way?
Yeah, like I want to go back to Eldora if we can. Like just running against the wall was cool. You didn't have that like just how the track was shaped. Like you couldn't just like run into somebody and wreck them. Like obviously you could spin somebody if you wanted, but you just didn't have that no care attitude from people. We got rid of that.
Derek may have done it there too. You never know. He may have
never raced there. He never raced there because we didn't go there last year. And last year was his first year in trucks. So that was super cool. I ran there like 5 or 6 times. I ran second there the last time we went to Stewart. But yeah, I don't know. It's just fun. You were up on the wheel, like driving it. trying so many different things. Where like here was just like putter on the bottom, just another short track. So I don't know, pretty lame in my opinion. I thought everyone kind of got that after my interview, and then I got like bagged from it on Twitter. I'm like,
well, hold on. You did get a heart emoji from Kyle Busch.
That was cool. I
was about to say.
I didn't even know Kyle knew who I was, so that was cool.
You get a heart emoji from Kyle Busch. You're definitely. I think you're saying something right. You're saying
like
something that a lot of people want to hear. So,
Kyle's not that guy, and then he was that guy. I don't know. He's developing more of a soft side this year. I've noticed. I don't know if y'all are seeing that or not, but I'm kind of seeing it.
Yeah, a little bit maybe. I don't know.
But he's still relentless in media sessions. I mean,
he was a troll.
We were in the media center at Atlanta after the Xfinity race, and he was going off, man. It was awesome. I love to see that. But my favorite
anymore because they're scared to get in trouble, or like, I guess I used to be that, but like I've gotten so over it lately. Like, I'm just gonna call it how it is nowadays. Like,
well, and that was good because there were a lot of drivers that spoke out against the Knoxville deal. I mean, in the truck series, there were so many comments on Twitter, and even guys in Xfinity were talking about it too. I think Brandon Brown said something about we need to say sorry to Tony Stewart and go back to Eldora. And obviously, there were multiple comments how you said about there's a perfectly good racetrack in Iowa that's had great racing over the years, but instead we choose that one that was such a shit show. But my favorite thing on Twitter was that guy. You commented on. I actually have it pulled up right here, but there was a guy that commented on one of your tweets that said they compared you to Denny Hamlin, the Denny of the Truck Series, like not afraid to speak your mind. And then one guy was like, and we'll never win a championship just like Denny Hamlin. And then you tweeted the picture of you holding the trophy like from last year. I thought that was so damn funny.
Like a wise guy.
Getting off the plane, it was like 3:30 Friday night, and like I wasn't thinking anything of it. I like read it when I was getting off the plane, and I'm like, this guy, right?
Got the picture ready, yeah.
I was like, I didn't even have a response from him at the time because I'm like, obviously you don't watch. Like, so then I talked to my crew chief the next morning, and he brought it up, and he's like, I was gonna put a picture, and I'm like, I'm gonna do it right now. Like, so while we were on the phone, I like Googled it, screenshotted it, and then put it on there. And then I think Matt Weaver ended up like screenshotting and posting it. It was like, I love a good clap back. So
yeah, you don't get that a lot anymore. Like so it goes to show that if you're dumb enough, you can get a driver to put you on blast. So because there seems to be a lot of people that are ready to talk and yap, and that's what we're seeing a lot from a lot of fans these days. But then you realize just how ignorant they actually are. They don't take the time to do their due diligence and look up into things.
Twitter's wild with people these days. Like, I love it because you get like two sides. You get like your fans that are like always watching, know what they're talking about, and like they'll just straight talk shit to people that they don't like. Like there's people that don't like me and like just bag me, where like I think it's pretty funny, and then there's people that have no idea what they're talking about, but they want to like be in on everything, and like those people are like mean too. Like the shit that they say.
Like, yeah, you gotta have some kind of like anger behind like the amount of like ignorance. There's a lot going on there.
Like, yeah, there's some people that shade me, and like I can't help but like laugh. I'm like, wow, you took the time out of your day to just say that online, like,
and just make yourself look stupid.
Yeah,
like, I love the people.
Say back, you know,
I love the people, and this is similar to those kind of people. The people who like go out of their way to go on like NASCAR related posts and just talk about that how bad NASCAR sucks or that they hate NASCAR. Like those are my favorite people because that is like the ultimate, like, what is wrong with you? Like, how stupid are you? And why do you have the free time to just be like, oh, I hate this, but I'm gonna go talk about it on their thread? Like, it is the dumbest thing to me and just always backfires. You know, that's similar to that kind of person that we're talking about here.
I'm gonna read this to you guys. This guy DM'd me on Instagram after the race at 11:19. So whenever. Anyway, he found my Instagram and he DM'd me. He said, "Puss, ... Trucks belong on dirt. Besides, call yourself a driver, then I can't say that. STFU, right?
Yeah.
Drive. Very disrespectful to Camping World and NASCAR. Grow up and do your job and drive where they tell you to race, or find a trash truck to drive.
This dude's this dude's
Wow.
like your boss or like your dad. He's known you his whole life, you know.
So I was like, man, he got me. Like, he made me mad, right? And I'm like, I'm not taking this one. So I was like, I didn't say they didn't belong on dirt, but it raced horribly. And then I put like a period. I said, easy to talk shit from the sidelines.
Oh,
Boom.
so
Roasted.
question: Did that account? Did he screenshot that and post it?
No, I was waiting for him to. It was an old guy. Like, this is him.
Oh, just
This is
hold
him.
on. Look at that's definitely that guy. That's every driver's grandpa. He just comes at them every time they do something they don't like.
I could never.
He races. Like,
I could never just DM a driver.
Oh,
my
is
angry thoughts?
That's
He's
him?
got a Fisher Price Little Tykes. He's racing Little Tykes. What was that?
I don't know, dude.
Well,
But I was like, wow, like, and then
So-
he went on and he responded to me, just saying he's been racing for years and pretty much I can't drive, so it's pretty funny.
that is funny.
We need to go
Clearly
to
that's
that
not the
guy's
case.
race and just like shit on him the entire time, and
See,
just
that's-
see how it feels.
But two wrongs don't make a right, you know.
There you go. There you go. That's a good way to look at it.
You
Be a
know,
nice
Yeah.
guy sometimes. But that's a good gateway. That's a good gateway to the next thing I just want to ask your opinion about. There's a lot of chatter right now. Seeing a lot of comments from like Denny Hamlin, Kevin Harvick, Kyle Busch. That guy said, "Don't you just drive where they tell you to drive." Kyle Busch and Denny and Kevin have been kind of complaining or sharing their open thoughts about kind of the disconnect between NASCAR and the drivers right now when it comes to advice from drivers on where maybe the drivers should race at, repaves with Atlanta being in the conversation. What are your thoughts on that disconnect that's kind of going on right now with the Cup guys?
Yeah, it's actually a good topic. I loved Denny's video from the other day. I thought he had a lot of good thoughts in that. But I agree with him and everything he said. Obviously, their opinion means a lot more than mine. Like they run Cup on Sundays. I'm just a little truck guy, but
Hey, trucks are important. Okay, we're big truck guys.
A lot of truck.
But yeah, like the whole Atlanta deal. Like a few of them said they knew there was something coming, but like I had no idea until it was posted. Not that matters or anything, but the whole like 15 feet narrower, 14, what is it, 40 feet wide now they're going to make it.
28-degree banking, I believe.
Yeah, it's going to be just like
It's
a
gonna be more
little bit of
banking.
room, and you're going to be basically vertical.
It's going to be wide open as low as you can get. That's going to be the fastest line. When they're repaved like that, they have so much more grip, and like a Cup car with high downforce, how they are right now, it's going to be easy wide open for them for the next 5 years. Like, that's just how it is. There's places that we go to that are starting to get worn out that trucks are still wide open. Like a truck at Atlanta right now, with it being like rough and bumpy, we're wide open for 2 laps if you're leading. Or like a Cup car, I don't know. I don't think that's going to create great racing. Yeah, it'll keep them close, but they're not going to be able to pass. Like, look at Darlington, right? Darlington's a really cool track, but there's really no passing for the lead there if you think about it. Like, whoever gets to the lead, they drive away, or if there's a guy that's running second or third that's better, they sit right there 2, 3, 4 car lengths behind until their tires wear out. Then they fall away because there's no passing. Like, the lanes are so narrow and everyone's getting so good at covering air and blocking, like we've seen Ross do at the Kyle the other day. That's pretty funny, actually.
Yeah, but
like,
Dude, did you see the tweet, by the way, though? Did you see what
like,
they
the
did?
Ricky Bobby.
Yeah.
The car, like, he's full on looking in the mirror, just waiting for Kyle to like make a move, so then he knows what he wants to do, and like he switches lanes. Like, everyone's getting good at it, and when you make a track 40 feet wide, that makes it easier for us, right? Like, it makes it easier to block. Like,
Yeah.
you're gonna get rid of passing, in my opinion. Like, you're not gonna get the side by side racing that they're gonna want to go for, because places that we do race side by side, like, we need more than 40 feet. Like, they don't race good side by side. Like we depend on air, especially that new Cup car. Like that thing's gonna be horrible side by side.
Really?
I just think it has no side force. So like if you take the little bit that it has away, like you're gonna be so loose. But yeah, I don't really know like the whole disconnect. Like I haven't put myself really in that situation. I try to stay head down, and I'm still trying to make it. Those guys have made it. They've made careers. Like they can retire tomorrow and go on and live a good life. Or
they have less to lose if they want to talk bad.
Yeah, like they've already diversified. Like,
I'm over here like fighting to try to find money to go race Xfinity next year. Like that's the situation I'm in right now. So
right. And I don't want to put you in that spot. I just wanted to know your thoughts on kind of the feud between them,
No, yeah, there definitely is one. Like even the PJ1, like we don't get told what tracks it gets laid down at or even where. But I do wish they would ask, right? Like, because we could, even what Denny said, like, he's like, we don't like it everywhere. Like, we don't want it everywhere. But he's like, if they ask us, like, hey, we're trying to achieve this, like, what do we need to do? Then, like, tell them, like, hey, like, if you put stuff here that'll add grip, this is what it's going to do. Or, like, some places, that stuff's scary. Like, I wrecked at Texas this year because of it.
Yeah, we were there. We saw that
right in front of us.
Yeah, right in front of us. Yeah,
it's like ice sometimes.
I don't know. I think the thing with it is you look at every other like type of racing that's out there, and I mean that's just been a thing for generations. You have these meetings, you talk to tracks, but it's like now like tracks feel like they have the power, and they're not so worried about you because it's all about money. It's about getting the sales, and I mean everything's about money at the end of the day when you look at business. But I mean it's just I feel like they want more people to come. They want new fans coming in, and I feel like they're trying to spearhead it as fast as possible. That they are being sloppy about it by taking more of the fundamentals out of it, like communicating with you guys. Because without you guys, there is no race. There is nothing going on out there. So it's so important that, and with Atlanta's situation, I'm hearing from everybody. It's like they're trying to create a miniature Talladega. And the thing about Talladega is, yeah, you get packed up like that. So, I mean, essentially, basically, all they're doing is raising that banking to try to get y'all to go fast as shit and then wreck. And so, Tony Stewart would probably love that place. He'd probably have a mouthful.
Figure eight, yeah. But
Xfinity car will be so faster next year. Like, it'll be faster than the Cup car, probably. If the Cup car stays low horsepower.
I'm hearing it's going to be cheaper to do a Cup car than an Xfinity car next year. And that's what blows my mind. I don't know if you've heard about that. They're saying it's going to be cheaper to have one of those than it's going to be to do Xfinity.
Not the first year. There's no way. With buying everything, like what are they? They're $300 a car, I think. And you're allowed 7. So what's that? 2.1 million?
I don't know how that would be possible either.
Like, and that's what they were talking about on Dale Jr. Download. I know Dale was speaking something about it because they were trying to get him to go into Cup. Everybody's been like on Junior's ass, like go to Cup. He's like, who knows what's going to happen? He was like, because what we're hearing, it's going to be cheaper down the road to have one of those, and it's going to be
maybe long term, maybe
that's what he was getting at.
I don't know about the first year. There's going to be a lot to figure out. They're going to be wrecking them. They're going to be trying to develop them. Like they're getting rid of like people that need to work on them. Like they don't have the fab shops and all that anymore. But now these teams aren't going to have, say, they're 30, 40. The big teams have 100 probably employees in their fab shops. Now they're going to have 20 or 30 engineers in the office that probably make more. So like the cost, like it's
COVID really. It's like COVID showed them like, oh, you don't have to do this, and this. But it's like at the same time, it's like that's not going to be. This was a temporary situation. I feel like they're trying to make long term now. And it's like because I know a ton of people that have lost their jobs that work for different race teams. And it's sad to see. And it's like now that they know that they can save the money, they're not coming back. But it's like it just sounds like there's so many things that are going on now that it's not going in the right direction. I just, hearing from you, I mean, the speculation that you have for the, for the Cup cars as well. I mean, and you're not the only person that we spoke to that kind of feels that way about these new cars coming out. So I guess there's really no tell. I mean, you guys are going to be knowing a lot more than pretty much everybody else at the end of the day when we're getting ready to launch these things. So that's why it's going to be important to be communicating with you guys and seeing how things are going. But it's I guess it's just like it's that weird year, and maybe every year has been like that before you go to a new car, before something new happens. It's just there's so much speculation, and you just don't really know until you know Daytona 500 rolls around. So and then actually a lot longer than that because that's super speedway. So we just
last thing. Go ahead, Sheldon.
Oh, I was just gonna say, like, they're even talking about like the crash tests they've done with them. Like, I've heard two things. I've heard the cars have been fine. I've heard that the cars are like not good. Yeah, like the
fatal. Yeah, I don't know what to think there.
I mean, it's where that's going, but I wouldn't be surprised if you see like a split season next year, like them still using the old car, like at like super speedways.
How they did in 2000 and 2007.
Yeah, like COTK come right. Like, I feel like it could be like that, or I don't know. I hope it works. Like, I want it to work because obviously I want to go drive it in the next few years or whenever the opportunity comes. So
you want it to be fun too. I mean, yeah, you want it to be a fun race car to drive. That's tough.
Yeah, and I think it needs to be hard. It's got to be hard to drive because right now we're getting people that aren't that good buying rides and they're actually like looking okay. And I'm like, come drive a truck, But,
I mean, shit. You're seeing a lot more people wanting to kind of get in those lower series. I mean, look at what Kyle Busch. I mean, he's just running the shit out of Xfinity this year. So I mean, it's I don't know. It's interesting times in NASCAR for sure. And
last thing I want to say. There's all this debate, all this chatter, all the concern, but at the end of the day, I think it's pretty apparent there's a glaring issue and mighty concern when all your few executives and your tracks think one thing and your fans and your drivers, which accounts to way more people, all think another thing. So that's where I'm at on this and what I think about kind of what NASCAR's execs and their tracks are all thinking in the future of the sport. But well, you got a month off. You got a month off of this. You guys won't be back on the tour, or about a month, I should say. You guys won't be back on the tour until Watkins Glen on August 7th. So this next about a month or so, what you got planned, man? What are some fun things you're going to be doing up until Watkins Glen?
Yeah, I liked your point on that, but like you guys probably look into that stuff way more than I do. Like,
absolutely.
I just try to focus on being fast every week. Like, that's my job.
Leave it to the experts because the fans are always going to have some shit to say. That's the way I look at it.
I honestly don't even know. Like, my job's not to worry about that stuff. But actually tomorrow, flying out to California to go see some family. Gonna spend a few days in Havasu. Spend some time with my little nephews. Maybe hit SeaWorld. Maybe the beach. Hang out with some friends. And kind of get a little reset for like a week and a half, 2 weeks, and then start working hard again. For
you gonna go swim with dolphins?
No, I don't know if that's really. Can you do that? See,
I want Sheldon Creed. Yeah. I want Sheldon Creed with some dolphins on Insta. That's what I want to see.
I think I did that as a kid. I swam with a dolphin.
I've never done that. Nope.
Bro, just get you a big gold chain. Just get out there with some dolphins, bro.
I need real sunglasses. Look at those things. Let me just pull you up here.
There you go. What you got? Where's your sunglasses?
I don't know where mine are.
I'll put mine on too.
Yeah, these are so old. They are out of date, out of production. It's hard to find them.
Wow. Those are good looking.
I got the club. I stepped on a pair of his glasses in Atlanta.
Yeah, my Ray-Bans fucking shattered them.
Broke the shit out of them.
I think mine are in the car. My bad.
Right.
I messed
up.
You
don't have to put them on.
Well, you're gonna have sunglasses in California. It's really sunny over there. It's gonna be good fun.
Back tonight, so fun stuff.
Well,
are you simulator right now? It'd be fun.
What is it?
Chevy Simulator. Gonna go do some tire stuff, some post stuff.
How is
Back to
y'all
work already?
simulators compared to like just like an iRace? I've tried iRacing at Dale's house.
Oh, well, it's like 9 day from iRacing.
See, I want to
iRacing,
do
like
that.
you can't feel the car in iRacing.
So you're
It's
like
just
in
all
like
big.
a car
And like, yeah,
or a
you're in like
truck.
the cockpit of a car, pretty much.
And
See,
and
that's
it
what I
moves
want.
around.
Like,
It's like synced up to what your screen's showing in front of
yeah,
you, and it moves. And
you're in like the carbon seat, and like it has airbags, and so like everything moves and pushed on you. Like the seat belts move. Um, it like it's on like a little deal for like the corners. You're in like a 180 screen that goes around the whole room.
Dude.
It's not exact, but it's like
It's
it's
literally
well,
the thing off of Cars 3.
yes, yeah.
There we go.
it's close enough. It's one of the closest things you have to the actual car
It's
or
best
truck.
you can get without testing. Yeah,
Right.
it's not like we've trusted it and sucked, and we've trusted it in like one races. So
I did that one time when I was a kid. It probably wasn't that way, but I did the NASCAR speed park in Gatlinburg, Tennessee. I ran that shit straight in the wall. It was not one of my proudest moments, but I think I was in Jeff Gordon's car, and I was like 7, and I decided to drive stick because I was like I saw it, in a movie, and I was like, oh, I got this.
yeah,
Just
What kind of car are you even talking about? I don't think this has anything to do with his simulator.
I mean, kind of. It's just different. Like his is like a way, high scale. It's like 2021 version. This is like Chase was a child, 2002 version in Tennessee at a theme park based off of NASCAR. So it was like Nintendo 64 graphics, but it's a car. I don't know.
Probably would have
did
been
it.
GameCube by then.
Maybe GameCube. Maybe it was
GameCube,
Sega.
yeah.
Sega Dreamcast. That's what we'll say. It was a
There you go.
Dreamcast. But no, Sheldon, dude, thanks so much for coming on, man. We always enjoy it. We had some good times in Tejas, and ready to be able to link up with you again. I know we got some races coming up for the rest of the season. Hopefully, we'll be able to chill out, and I'll actually be able to do some grilling, and we won't almost die from heat exhaustion at 107 degrees, standing outside.
Or get run over by Derek Kraus while we're trying to have fun.
Yep, stay safe out there.
yeah.
I'm gonna be praying, pushing my prayers.
All right, thank you guys. It was fun.
All right, dude. Be good,
Thanks,
man.
Sheldon.
Safe travels.
Thank you. See you.
It's the garage guys. 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 It's the garage guys.